10-4 free pick run in college basketball after yesterday's 2-0 sweep. Gave you winners last night on Belmont, plus the points against Wisconsin, Green Bay, and NIT action. Once again, showing you that you have to be really careful with these NIT games when you have teams that were on the cusp of punching their ticket to the big dance, like Wisconsin, Green Bay was, trying to make the tournament for the first time in like a 19-year stretch. Had it all there in front of them, hosting the championship game in the Horizon League, and they blew it against Wisconsin, Milwaukee in their first game in the tournament. Clearly, a dejected crew, and Belmont took advantage of them last night. The other play, a game where I told you I didn't know a damn thing about either one of the clubs, Albany or Mount St. Mary's. I'd never watched them this season, never seen them in person, obviously, but I did extensive research and delivered an easy winner for you on Albany. I've got 4 selections coming up here on tonight's card, 3 of them in college and 1 in the NBA, including your play-in game tonight. I'm sorry, it's not a first-round game, it's a play-in game. Texas Southern and Cal Poly Slow. Going to take a look at the NIT game between Illinois and Boston College, plus the NBA contest, Brooklyn and Charlotte, and my thoughts on Oregon State Radford. Looks like a slam dunk, but I want to point out a couple of things for you in that contest. Now, the half-price play of the day special today, going to turn to Steve Buden's Brooklyn crew. Yesterday, you got as their bailout special promotion here on the site, their 50-dime winner, number 10 out of 14, St. Mary's, with a tremendous second-half surge against Utah, getting the win, easy cover, and a double-digit rout. Didn't look that way in the first 20 minutes, but there's a reason Utah was 2-8 regular season on the road this year, and the Utes certainly folded like a cheap tent in the second half of that contest at St. Mary's. You got that winner for just $34. Today, you can get a play just as strong. Their 50-dime winner, number 11 out of 15, their NIT blowout of the year. Obviously goes on the nighttime card, and you can get it by using coupon code BrooklynHalf. Brooklyn half. No space between the two words. BROOKLYNHALF. Just as strong as their conference tournament dog of the year winner when UCLA beat Arizona outright on Saturday. $5 play of the day. Scott Delaney has made $10 bettors a little over $5,700 since November, and you can get his interconference total of the month in the NBA tonight. Pelicans Raptors over under by using coupon code Delaney, his last name, DELANEY. And of course, you can save $23 off a single purchase today simply by using coupon code SAVE23. Hot handicappers, Chris Jordan, who, of course, Saturday hit an ultra-rare 2,000 star play, one of the biggest plays of his entire 30-plus year career as a handicapper with UCLA outright over Arizona, then came back on Sunday night. You got as the charity play of the week, his NBA Game of the Month winner on the Clippers over the Cavs for free, a $79 value. And FYI, if you have not made your donation yet, please scroll down and do so. Listen, guys, I do the charity play of the week program for a reason, to help others in need. And also, I think it's a great way to create some positive karma. If you haven't made your donation yet and you got the play, which you wouldn't have gotten the play if you didn't gamble on it to win money, make the donation. It's the right thing to do. Last night, hit a play that was even bigger than that freebie, a 600-star play on NC State. Tonight, a play equally as strong, which is his 3rd biggest college basketball release of the season, 600-star tournament dog release. Other hot handicappers, Brad Wilton going for winning day number 42 out of 69, $10 bettors up over $11,000 since July. 50-dime winner number 3 in a row, Illinois Boston University, as strong as his 50-dime winner last night on Arkansas, laying 10 by 20 over Illinois Indiana State. Nice to see the Razorbacks, after screwing up at the end of the season in the SEC tournament, finally showing up for a meaningless NIT game, huh? And FYI, Craig Davis, winning day number 23 out of 34, $10 bettors up a little over $5,200 in the past 33 days. He has a 40-dime winner, number 5 out of 7 on Illinois Boston U, just as big as his 40-dime winner last night on NC State. And FYI, I happened to check, Craig Davis and Brad Wilton are on the same side of that Boston U Illinois contest, so there's no need to buy both of them, or if you already have one, you now know who the other one is on. On the downside, Gabriel DuPont hit a real slump here yesterday, used him as the $5 play of the day, 30-dime lock total, loser, St. Mary's and Albany not going over the total, so he continues to be in a slump. And as for me, I'd won 8 out of 9 in college basketball and 8 out of 9 days overall before that foolish play, a 5-dimer on Minnesota against High Point last night. So I've got to look to bounce back today as well. Okay, let's talk about your free selections here, guys. And listen, play-in game tonight. I'm sorry, it's not a first-round game. It is a play-in game. It's Texas Southern taking on Cal Poly Slow. I have not seen either one of these teams play this year. But listen, I did my research yesterday and told you in advance I thought Albany was to play. I did my research in this one, and I think Texas Southern is to play as the 4-point dog in this one. Listen, the Tigers come into this playing game with a 9-game winning streak. They played a pretty tough, competitive, non-conference schedule. I mean, they took on Miami of Florida, Texas Tech, Stanford, Tulsa, even Temple. Meanwhile, Cal Poly SLO Mustangs closed the season 2-9 in their final 11 games. And then they beat Cal Santa Barbara, Cal Irvine, and Cal State Northridge in the tournament to punch their big dance ticket. They, of course, hail from the Big West. Texas Southern hails from the Southwest Athletic Conference, the SWAC. Don't you love that conference, the SWAC? 19-14 on the year. Here's why I like Texas Southern here. They have the only legitimate big guy on the floor, a guy by the name of Eric Murray. Now, he started his career at LaSalle. He transferred to West Virginia, moved on to there, averaged 21.7 rebounds, 2.5 blocks a game this season. And they've got a tournament-tested coach. Texas Southern's head coach is Mike Davis. Remember, he's the guy that replaced Bobby Knight in Bloomington, then went on to have a pretty successful run at UAB before ending up at Texas Southern. If you're looking at Mike Davis's coaching career, not that I know Mike Davis, I would say going from Indiana, UAB, now to Texas Southern. It's not exactly the way you want to go, but that's how it goes sometimes. But I like Texas Southern here, plus the 4 points in this contest. Now, Illinois-Boston College. This is a real interesting twist on this particular contest because Illinois is the higher seed, but Boston U is hosting the game because Illinois is having its on-campus facility currently being renovated, so they had no place to play the game. Now, Boston had a tournament invite right there, just right there awaiting it. But then it lost to American 55-36 in the championship game of their tournament. I mean, what a horrible performance by them. 36 points in the championship game. But this is a team that played well non-conference-wise this year. I mean, yes, they lost to Harvard by 11, George Washington to 10, but meet Maryland on the road, okay? The Illini closed the regular season by winning 4 of their final 5, only lost to Michigan, who, of course, then they lost to by 1 point in the Big Ten tournament after winning their first game with an upset of Indiana, winning by 10 as a 2-point dog. Terriers come from the Patriot League. Remember, this is the league that has brought you Bucknell in the big dance in previous years. 24-10 this season. Boston, as far Illinois, a schizophrenic team. They started the season 13-2. Then they lost 10 straight games. Then they won 6 of 10. I'll tell you what. I don't see Illinois scoring a lot of points. And I don't see the Illini as that great of a road team. Okay, granted, they won at Michigan State. They won at Iowa. They won at Minnesota. Okay, they finished strong on the road, but I'm sorry. I think they had really high hopes of potentially getting into the dance, and all they had to do was just beat Michigan. And to lose that tournament game by a single point again to the Wolverines, losing to them for the second time in a couple of weeks, I think that was a tournament killer for them. So having them play on the road to open this NIT tournament, I think Boston, even though they are a dejected crew and realize they should have been playing in the dance, but they blew it when they lost the championship game in the Patriot League to American, I like Boston plus the points here. Would I put my own money on it? Absolutely not. But I'm telling you, I like Boston plus the points. Listen, your next free selection is going to be in the NBA. But first, I want to talk about one more NIT or college basketball game. It's in the CBI tournament. Now, the CBI tournament is the tournament where if you're willing to pay out some big money, you can host a game. You can extend your season. Hey, pay some money, play another game. That's what Oregon State decided to do. Now, Oregon State lost to Oregon in the tournament, the Pac-12 tournament back on March 12th. So what's today? The 19th. They've been idle for 7 days, okay? Beat Arizona State in their final home game. They beat UCLA. They beat Oregon. They beat Stanford at home this year, 6-3, and the Pac-12 at home this season. But this team looked like it had potential late in February to maybe do something here. But then Craig Robinson's team just fell apart. They lost 7 of their final 10 games. Are they a better team than Radford? Absolutely. Listen, Radford is a small team that goes with a 4-guard lineup. They have 2 starters that are under 6 foot. But you got Oregon State as a 15.5-point favorite. Will they have the desire to blow this team out? But more importantly, I think the thing that you have to be concerned about here, it is finals week at Oregon. So Robinson has even come out and said, his players have been studying. Yeah, I know, college basketball players study, huh? College players, athletes study, huh? They've been studying, they've had finals. Has their focus totally been on basketball? That's the question. Now, the Highlanders, listen, when in step-up games, like I like to call them, they lost by 22 to George Washington. They lost to 25 at Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech sucked this year, and they beat them by 25 points. They lost by 13 points at Santa Clara. They lost by 19 points at UNLV. They allowed 76, 81, 75, and 81 points in those 4 step-up games, okay? They haven't played since March 7th. They've been out even longer than the Beavers. But you look at the defensive stats, and a lot of people will say, hey, Radford gives up 73.5 points a game. Oregon State gives up 75 points a game. Yeah, but Oregon State was playing Arizona, UCLA, Oregon, Arizona State. Radford, playing Campbell, Presbyterian. I mean, do these teams impress you? They don't impress me. So I think Oregon State is to play here, but just a word of caution. Will their mind be on the game? And you have to give Radford a shooting chance in this game. Could be 83-47. Could be 83-77. I think Oregon State's to play, but as I said, I just wanted to point that out with them going through their finals this week. You have to wonder if they'd be totally focused. Now, in the NBA, you got the Brooklyn Nets, who I look at their lineups day in and day out, and I go, how the hell does this team win? But certainly they have. Do you know they're 7-1 against the spread, laying 6 or more points at home this season? They have won 8 of the last 9 games against the Bobcats, 4-1 against the spread. The last 5, they have hosted the Bobcats. Charlotte off a loss to Atlanta at home, 97-83 on Monday night. That snapped their 8-game home winning streak. I know. I was on the Bobcats that night. Nets are coming off a 108-95 win at home on Monday against the Phoenix Suns. I know, because I foolishly gave you that as the free pick on Monday night and then bet the Bobcats. They've won 9 straight games at home, including a 105-89 win over Charlotte on February 12th. It's a big number, but the way the Nets are playing and the way the Bobcats have struggled at times on the road this season, Jesus. If you can lose to the Atlanta Hawks at home, I guess you can lose at Brooklyn and not cover the spread. So I'll go with the Nets as your other free selection. That'll do it, guys. Back bright and early tomorrow and Friday and Saturday and Sunday because, I don't know, we got that college basketball tournament going. Don't forget the PDF files. You can look at them. You can download them. You can print them. If you look at the side of the page, you'll see the tournament brackets from myself and all the various handicappers here at the site. They're free to look it over. So check it out. Best of luck to you, and I'll catch you again bright and early tomorrow.